Hey guys, it's Anthony Bandiero here with Blue to Gold Law Enforcement Training, bringing you to the Roadside Chat from Knoxville, Tennessee. I got a question from an officer in Las Vegas, Nevada, Las Vegas Metro. So here's the question. Can you search a person for evidence if you have probable cause? Okay, so, in other words, do you have to make the arrest, right? Okay, let's go through a couple scenarios that the officer, I got my little laptop here that I'm reading from the car. All right, so one is basically the officer had a consensual encounter with a suspect that he knows from the past, prior arrests. He's your neighborhood felon type deal, right? You know who he is. And the cop asked him, "Hey, Johnny, you got meth on you?" And this guy admits, "Yeah, I got meth on me." And so that can be a cite and release type of situation. You don't have to arrest them, right? Otherwise, we don't have the problem. We can do a search incident to arrest. The cop is asking, can I retrieve that evidence without the arrest? And he's getting conflicting answers, but I have your answer. The answer is yes. The answer is yes under two rationales. Number one is exigency. You don't have time to go chase down a warrant while this guy is standing on the street. Even if he's in handcuffs, he can manipulate the evidence. He can if he has let's say some kind of paraphernalia, he can break it, he can land on it, he can try to escape. The point is, there's just exigency there. There's this urgency just to get the evidence off of his person, secure it, and then go from there. So there is usually exigency, and the vast majority of courts have held the same. The other one is that the intrusion is less than what you could have done, which is arrest the guy. I mean, think about it. If it's an arrestable offense, it's a crime committed in your presence. Even if it's a misdemeanor, it's a crime being committed in your presence. He is telling you that he has meth on his person. That is probable cause, right? I mean, why would he lie about that? So is there a fair probability he's telling the truth? And add that also with his prior histories. And so, how is he going to complain when he goes to court and say, "Your Honor, they shouldn't have retrieved that evidence"? But isn't it true, defendant, that they could have also arrested you and did a full search incident to arrest, including potentially a visual cavity search at jail if you're going to be put into general population? So you're saying that the cops can do that, but they can't do a lesser intrusion, which is just to retrieve the evidence, cite you, and have you go on your way? Is that what you're saying, defendant? It's not reasonable, right? It's more reasonable just to do the lesser intrusion and kick the guy loose. Okay, so so now the other scenario that the cop says, okay, so there's the drug scenario. Here's another scenario. A person is detained by loss prevention. The loss prevention does not retrieve the evidence from the person, but they have him in custody, right? They're just basically doing a citizen's arrest, but they're not searching him. So the cops show up and they watch the security cam, and what do they see on the security cam? This guy stuffing stuff down his pants, in his backpack, whatever. And now, can we retrieve that evidence without arresting him? Well, we know that this is not a misdemeanor committed in your presence, by the way. Just because you watch a film of a past event is not committed in your presence. Now, if you watch it live, that is committed in your presence. I had that question the other day by a cop, and it was a good one. So if you're watching it live and the guy's stuffing stuff down his pants, whatever, that is a committed in your presence, even though it's through the security cam. So here, again, we have a exigency argument. We don't have time to go run off and go get a warrant while this guy's, sitting in there and so forth. And it's just, and you have the citizen's arrest potentially, so you have that other argument where it could be a lesser intrusion. But here's just good old-fashioned exigency. And also think about it. Is it reasonable, right? Does this all sound reasonable to you? Does this sound reasonable, to just go retrieve the evidence, give back the evidence to, the store, and then cite and release him? The answer is yes. I have not seen a case where the evidence has been suppressed under these circumstances. Maybe it exists out there, but the vast majority of cases, that I'm seeing on these issues are upholding the searches on various doctrines, primarily exigency, and it's a lesser intrusion anyway than a full arrest. All right, that's my feeling on it. I'm sure this is going to help a lot of cops because this question comes up a lot. And that's it. All right. If you like what I'm doing and you want me to keep doing it, three favors. Number one, hit like or comment, hit subscribe, and share with your buddies. All right. I'm trying to get this YouTube channel, with tens of thousands of cops subscribed, and I want to train cops, and this is a great way to do it. All right. Stay safe, my friends.
When it comes to law enforcement training, we are the gold standard. Visit bluetogold.com or call 888-579-7796 to learn more about our training, books, and free webinars. Also, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this channel.